So my hair is wet and I am in an oversized t-shirt and I just got out the shower, but I am doing the Furry Friend Tag today, so let's get started. So if you guys don't know what the Furry Friend Tag is, it's basically a tag where I answer questions about my furry friend. And here he is, and I think there are 9 questions to the Furry Friend Tag. So if you want to do this, I will list all the questions down below. So let's get started with the Furry Friend Tag. Question number 1. The first question is, what is your pet's name? He is right here. He is Miko. His name is Miko. Question number 2 is, what kind of pet is he and what breed? So Miko is a dog and he is half Maltese and half Shih Tzu. And you're probably wondering, why is he naked right now and why does he wear clothes? Well, my mom, she grows out his hair for about 2 or 3 weeks and then she shaves him off because it's cleaner for him and it's easier for us to clean. And when he's naked, we put clothes on him, but when his hair is fully grown, we do not put any clothes on him. Oh, look at him. He is still cute though. So the third question is, how long have you had your pet friend? So I've had Miko for 5 years. A few days after Christmas, 5 years ago. Fourth question is, how did you get your pet? So this is a very funny story. Well, it's actually not that funny, but ever since I was little, I've always wanted a pet dog, and yeah, my dream came true. But 5 years ago, I did not have a dog, and me, my mom, and my brother, we were out for dinner, and my mom was reading the Vietnamese newspaper, and I guess she saw an ad in the newspaper, so she asked me, do you want a dog? And I said, of course I want a dog. So she said, after we finish eating dinner, or maybe tomorrow, we will go check out the people that are selling dogs. So she called them, and surprisingly, the person that she called is her friend. She didn't know that her friend was selling the dogs until she called. So yeah. Question number 5. How old is your dog? He is 5 years old. Question number 6. What are some quirky things that your dog does? Well, my dog, he is getting a little bit old, so he doesn't really do quirky things anymore. And when I got him 5 years ago, I was pretty young, so I didn't really care about what he did. You know, I was just so excited to have a dog. But one thing he still does that is kind of quirky to me is that every time I eat dinner, at the dining table specifically, we always have the chairs tucked in. But my dog, he is so small and so skinny that it's easier for him to climb onto the chair and then onto the table. Because our chairs aren't fully tucked in against the table, it's easier for him to climb onto the table. But we don't do that on purpose. So using that to his advantage, he climbs onto the table, and then whenever I'm eating dinner, he just sits there and he watches me eat. Well, not just dinner, but you know, whenever I'm eating food at the dining table, he sits there and he watches me eat. And the funny part is that he does not beg for food when he sits at the table. He just sits there and he watches me. Miko is actually so not interested in the video right now. He does not care at all. Question number 7. So climbing on the table is what he's doing right now. Okay. Question number 7. So he decides to sit in front of the camera while I'm filming. Okay, question number 7. So what is my relation? I guess my dog doesn't want to be in the camera anymore, but I'm going to continue this tag. So question number 7 is, what does my relationship with my pet mean to me? Well, I've had him for like 5 years, and honestly, people think that having a dog is just, you know, a pet. They're just there, you know, to keep you company, and when you don't want it or when you don't need it, you can just give it away. But to be honest with you, when you have a pet or when you get a pet, you're basically committing to a relationship. It's like having a boyfriend. You don't have a boyfriend just because you're lonely or just because you want to like feel good in the moment, and then when you don't need them anymore, you just throw them away. When you get a pet, you are committed for the long run. Like ride or die, to death do you part, unless something happens. But with a pet, you do kind of ride with them until they die, unless you give them away or you just, you know, throw them out. So to me, my relationship with my dog means the world. When I never had a dog, I didn't really experience that kind of relationship because having a relationship with your pet and having a relationship with a human, it's completely different, because with a guy you experience it emotionally, mentally, physically, you know, sexually and all that stuff. But with the relationship with a pet, you are stuck together like this. Like, you guys have, I believe, a stronger bond than with a human. Although they can't talk and they don't really understand you, they show a lot of emotion. And I feel like if my dog dies, I will cry like an actual person died. And having my dog, it's like keeping me company. And whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm mad, you know, I feel like he feels the same way too. You know, when I'm sad, he knows that I'm sad, so he comes and he keeps me company. And when I'm mad, he knows I'm mad too. And then when I wake up in the morning, he wakes me up. You know, I sleep with him every night, and like, he's just always there. So it's like a really big commitment just to have a pet, and you grow a bond when you first meet them, and then when you spend time with them every single day, especially when you give them treats, when you take them to the park, when you walk them, even when you take a bath with them, you know, like, you experience a lot with them. And with them, it's a big thing as well, because when they're babies, they don't know anything. But after you take your time, did you hear that? Yeah. After you take your time to train them, to take them out for walks, to bathe them, to feed them, to buy them toys, to dress them up in cute clothes, it's like having a child of your own, but at the same time having like a best friend. That's why people say that a dog is a man's best friend, because they are basically always there. I may sound like a crazy dog person even though I only have one dog, but I love my dog to death. Like, I wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. If I was a hobo, if I was stranded on an island or stranded in the streets with no food, nothing, no money, no clothes, my dog will still be there for me. Question number 8 is, what is your favorite pastime with your dog? The best part about being with my dog is taking him for walks. I personally do not have a lot of time to take my dogs for walks, and I usually do it once a week. And when I do, it's a really big thing, because he loves going outside. Not in the snow, not in the rain, but when it's really nice outside, he loves it. Like, he goes crazy, he smells everything, and he just drags me along with him. Last question is question number 9, and the question is, what are your nicknames for your pet? So my dog's name is Miko, and I always call him Meeks. A lot of people actually call him Meeks, or my boyfriend gave him the nickname Mikolicious, and he does have an Instagram, so if you want to check that out, it's at Mikolicious on Instagram, so you should check that out. So all of his selfies are there. But yeah, the 2 nicknames that he is mostly called is Meeks or Mikolicious. So that is it for the Furry Friend Tag. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit about my precious Mikolicious. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked the video. Comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my previous video, which is the March favorites, which is going to be down below or at the end slate, and you can click the highlighted box. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Say bye!